everybody, it's Benny1 and I'm back at you with another Mission Impossible movie review, everybody. And today we're reviewing Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, the 5th installment of the Ethan Hunt action-packed Tom Cruise Mission Impossible franchise, everybody. This movie came out in 2015, and this sees the IMF disbanded, and that leaves Ethan Hunt out in the cold with no help, nowhere to turn, nothing. The U.S. government has completely just said, the hell with the IMF, we're done with them. They're not needed anymore. They're old, like I said in my last review. We're going to deal with that in the next few movies. And there's a new threat that emerges that's called the Syndicate in this movie too. So that's what Ethan is up to in Rogue Nation, everybody. That is right. This is one of the best Mission Impossible movies, everybody. This movie is directed by Christopher McQuarrie, and he does a phenomenal job directing this movie. We have Tom Cruise back, of course, as Ethan Hunt. Simon Pegg is back as Benji. We have Ving Rhames back as Luther. We have Rebecca Ferguson. She plays Issa. It's Issa Faust. She's an MI6 agent. Look at that. MI6. Jeremy Renner is back as Brandt. And we have Sean Harris plays Solomon Lane, everybody. He is the big baddie that is in charge and the head of the Syndicate in the movie. And Alec freaking Baldwin plays Hunley. He is the CIA director that basically kind of convinces them to disband the IMF. So Alec Baldwin jumps into this franchise, everybody. So Chris McQuarrie does a great job at world building in his movies. And he does it in this movie too, because we get to see the IMF interact with the CIA. We get to see how that starts to bud in the relationship between them. And we also get introduced to MI6. That's right. The James Bond MI6, not James Bond, but the British intelligence MI6 exists in the Mission Impossible franchise now. And that's where Faust, she comes into play. She is one of their agents undercover, except for throughout the movie, you're not quite sure whose side she's on. Is she really on MI6's side? Is she with the Syndicate? Is she trying to help Ethan? Like, their banter, Ethan and hers banter throughout the movie is awesome stuff. Great stuff. And then we also get introduced to this new evil group, the Syndicate, at the same time. And he builds all of this stuff in this movie and connects all of these groups and spies and just all sorts of stuff. Just awesome world building. Like, seriously, awesome world building. And then this movie also continues that high octane freaking roller coaster ride of these movies that we have been getting since Mission Impossible 3, everybody. This one is just crazy. Just crazy. The opening sequence with Tom Cruise on that freaking military plane. God damn. You know, he really, the guy's crazy. Tom Cruise does his own stunts. He still does them today. Like, even though he probably shouldn't be. He's just a thrill seeker. He was strapped to the outside of that plane when it took off. They actually filmed that for real. Like, yeah, he wasn't just holding on, but like they strapped him. They made sure he was safely strapped to it. But he was strapped to the outside of that plane. Crazy. Like, crazy awesome scene. I love it. And I love the banter between Luther and Benji and Brandt, like Jeremy Renner's character. The group of them is just awesome because you have Ethan, you have Brandt, you have Benji, you have Luther. It's awesome. The four of them together are great in this franchise. Like, they started off in the 4th movie, and then by the time this movie ends, they are my favorite group of characters with Ethan in the Mission Impossible franchise. I love their grouping for sure. So, even though like Luther kind of, because Benji and Luther kind of do similar things as far as the hacking and the computer stuff, except for Benji actually gets to do a little more field work in this movie, which is awesome. So, yeah, this is a great freaking Mission Impossible movie. The action is just kicked up even more in this movie. And Solomon Lane, I would say, is probably it's debatable whether he's the best villain for me. I don't think he's quite as good as our villain that we had from Mission Impossible 3. But he's pretty damn close. So he's easily, I would say, the second best villain that this franchise has had. But yeah. And the cool thing is the guy that directed this movie comes back to direct the next movie. And Mission Impossible 6 is actually a sequel to this movie, which that's the first time in the franchise that we've actually had like a direct sequel to the one before it. So awesomeness, which I am actually currently in the middle of watching Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallout, everybody. That'll be the next review. So I'm going to give Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, the 5th Mission Impossible movie, 5 lightsabers out of 5 lightsabers. That is right. I think it's a damn good movie. It's awesome. It's got lots of great action, awesome world building, like I said. All of our actors are on their A game, in my opinion. They're on their A game in this movie. So 5 lightsabers out of 5 lightsabers, everybody, for Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, everybody. And I'll be catching you on the tuba later because I have spoken.